What is up? This is Dragon Slayer. I am streaming live on Twitch. I'm playing The Elder Scrolls Online. Welcome to our daily grind. Now, this guy is a night elf, right? Obviously. And he is a Templar. It's a hybrid build I've kind of been working on. And really, kind of the big advantage of this guy is his weapon damage. Unbuffed. I mean, he's at 3.2k physical weapon damage and spell damage of 2.7 on his other bar. So he switches between stamina and magicka attacks. Again, it's a bit of a hybrid, right? So on one bar, it's got AoEs plus Hidden Blade to get Major Brutality, to increase his weapon damage, so that unbuffed 3.2 can get upwards of 4.6k, because on top of the Major Brutality, he's also got excuse me. Sorry about that. Damn monitor's taking a dump. Seems to be happening more frequently. Alright, so on top of the Major Brutality with the Hidden Blade, he also has the Weapon Damage enchantment on each of his dagas, right? Apparently one of them's better than the other. I don't know how that happened. Alright. Oh, I see. Yeah, one's infused and the other is not. Is Nirnhound. Okay, so makes sense. Has Triune for enchantments on these, adds weapon damage. It's the enchantment. And of course, using Slodes, increase that's weapon damage. He's using Pelinals as the PvP build there. I should change this out, instead of impenetrable, to be training, because I'm going to be working on leveling with this character. Or I could just make a new set, right?
That's the plan. What do you want? A medal?
Ooh, if I win a contest, can I get a medal? I like medals.
So the thing about Pelinals is your spell and weapon damage both become the highest of the two values, right? So, again, not too shabby. This guy's kind of a beast. Not the best build, but pretty good. And then, of course, this guy's also a werewolf, so when he switches over to werewolf, he retains a lot of the weapon damage he already has. And then on the other side, of course, use Solar Disturbance. Let's see if I can get my monitor back up while we're going through this. So what I'm doing with this guy is going through his own quests. Of course, another source of skill points. And the other thing about this guy is he's going to be one of my off crafters. going to be my, quote, level 9 crafter. So when you take a look at the crafting, you take a look at, say, blacksmithing, clothing, etc. It ranges from 1 to 10, right? And so this guy, all his are going to be level 9 when I'm done working on him. And he's also going to be working on traits and that. I should probably get to a city to work on that, but not going to right now. Right now I'm going to work on experience. Man, I really should maybe look up where, I forget where Pelinals is. Maybe craft this guy a second set just so I can have training.
I'd rather drink with our goblin, thank you very much.
Well, let's see. Pelinals. Alright, Pelinals aptitude. That's right. Right, it's northwest corner of the Gold Coast. So maybe I'll go ahead and knock that out real quick. I don't want to do a full set of training for him. I mean, I could put training on his monster set and that. I just, whatever. Yeah, I'm not doing any PvP right now, so impenetrable, it's not really. Go check the bank real quick. El Banco. Wonder if I have an extra set of slime craws up. Entirely possible. Let's see, this is light. Heavy, light. Well, that's good. At least he has a mixture. Let's see, where is the bank here? Up here?
Is this on straight?
Damn it. Right, second the monitors. Second monitor's back up, so.
Nothing steals from us. Nothing and nobody.
Let's see. Doesn't look like I have any extra slime craws. Boy, it may be time to get a new second monitor. This thing's dying at a rapid pace. Sorry about the technical difficulties. See if we can get this worked out here. Whatever. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and craft a second set of Pelinals for this guy. Oops. I should see what I'm rocking as far as enchants, so I don't have to guess. Let's see. Max health. I guess that makes sense. So, let's hop on my main crafter real quick and knock out a set of training Pelinals. You know what? I mean, the guy's right here, and I do need to use a... Okay, so. We'll go on here, change the plan. So I do have access to transmute, so I might as well use that, because I need to use up some of that anyways, and I can always transmute it back when I'm done. Assuming that I bring this character into PvP at some point again. So we'll just take the armor off
Nothing steals from
and
us.
throw it in the bank. Oops, I guess I actually have to take it off first. Oops. Right, that should be good.
Things are never.
That'll be a little bit simpler process, I guess. Right. So now we'll head over to my crafter and do some transmutes. This guy has some stuff he needs to use up anyways. So this is a good opportunity to do that. Of course, this is Dragon Slayer, another Dark Elf. It's my main character, my main PvE, one of my main PvP guys, main crafter, favorite character overall. After all, his name is Dragon Slayer. Right. So moving out here. Where I know where I am. Frickin' Wayrest. And here's the Way Shrine. Wayrest. And we need to do some transmutes, so we'll head over to the Clockwork City. Now, I have been knocking out levels on this particular tune, but I've been meaning to knock out quests on other characters, so. And I've also been meaning to do some training gear. Actually, on this character, I could switch all his stuff over to training pretty easily. I'm not going to. Let's see. At least not yet. I might later. Alright, here's the transmute station. Transmute station. Right. So I don't even need to grab stuff out of the bank. Right. Let's come down here to Pelinal's Jack. There's stuff I need to transmute. Costs 50. Right? And we're going to change it over to training as opposed to, what do we have it? Impenetrable. Now, impenetrable is nice for PvP, right? You want to have that extra crit resistance. But since we're going to be doing some leveling with this tune, or with Draco de Mortis, that's the other character, or the character I was just on, my other dark elf, we'll transmute to training. Right? So you can have, when you are a ESO plus, you can have a maximum of 200 transmute crystals on you. Right. So I've spent 100 so far. Knock this one out. 150. Alright, and this should be out. Right? Alright, we are out of transmute crystals, fortunately. I've got a bunch that I can use, right? So let's try to get rid of some of these guys. It's fine. Good. Get rid of the purples first. So not taking up inventory space. There's not a lot you can do with these things. You can either open them up or that's it. Or keep them in your frickin' inventory. As you can see, they're taking up inventory space. So I already have enough for what I need. Let's see if any of these... Yeah, these are all going to be 50. Let's go ahead and finish up this last one. Right, so now it's got 10% extra XP on each of these. That'd be useful, right? That with mixed with a damn experience scrolls. Let's see. My other character already has like 11 of these, 50% experience, so I'll be making 100% extra experience plus the Enlighten bonus. So, level should go pretty quickly. And that's kind of the point. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, there's training for weapons as well. I could switch those over. But again, I'm not going to right now. This is fine where it is. Let's park this guy back in Wayrest, because that's where I'm going to be leveling this character up. And I do need to do story quests, zone story quests here. So we're not going to do that now. For whatever reason, I never completed zone quests in Wayrest when I was initially leveling this particular character back in like 2014. Right? But we could take care of that. Too easy, right? Park them up here.
Progress is slow, but steady.
This guy's actually a pretty similar build to what I'm switching over to, but a little different. It's not a hybrid, just straight stem. Oh, let's see. Where's my guy at? Alright, so I have these guys divided up. I have 18 characters, 6 DC, 6 AD, and 6 EP. And of all my crafters, guys are going to be crafters. This guy are at the top of each list here, right? So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 crafters, 1 for each level, right? And again, by level, I mean, I'll show you here in a second. Go back and show you again, because I don't really have the language to really discuss this. It's not, level's probably not the right word, but close enough, I guess. And I can show you graphically what I mean. So, 10 different crafters, 1 for each of these, right? So the metalworking, the clothing, and the woodworking each have 10 levels, right? As well as the enchanting. The provisioning I'm not worried about, but the jewel crafting has 5, and the alchemy has 8. So I have them all divided up between the 10 characters, what they're going to be doing. And this guy will be doing level 9 for woodworking, clothing, blacksmithing, level 8 I believe for alchemy, and level 5 most likely for jewelry crafting. I have it actually written out. I just don't have that up right now. But why am I doing it that way? Why do I have 10 different crafters? Well, let's just go ahead and pick up my armor real quick, and I'll show you.
Nothing steals from me.
Down here to Pelennals. And we have training now. So now I have 10% boost on, or 50% boost on XP just from my armors. And as soon as we get done messing around here, I have even more. Alright, let's come over here to the crafting stations.
Have we met?
Okay, so for each level of crafting, right, you can
Much more rustic.
craft with iron ingots, steel ingots, orichalcum ingots. Okay, this is all for
Maybe
blacksmithing,
I'll
right?
see you later at the Sober Nord.
And so there's 10 levels of that, right? And each level you can craft, say, first level you craft level 1 through 14 gear, so on and so forth. Now, the main thing is, okay, so when you get the CP, some of the crafting nodes you pick up are going to be the rubedite, right? But depending on your crafting level, this guy is blacksmithing level 2, he will also pick up steel ingots, right? And so the only way to continue to pick up crafting materials at each level is to have a character at that level picking it up. And that's important for, say, if you're leveling new characters, you got to continue to have new materials to craft stuff for them. So that's kind of the rationale behind having 10 crafters. One at each level. So this guy's going to be level 9. I already have crafters set up for 1 through 5. The 6, 7, 8, and 9 really are kind of irrelevant at this point, if you notice. Alright, so level 1 is 1 through 14, level 2 is 16 through 24, level 3 is 26 through 34, level 4 is level 36 through 44, and level 5 crafting and blacksmithing gets you to level 50, right? So these guys, level 6, 7, 8, and 9, are CP levels. So CP 10 through CP 140. Now, once you have a character that's at level 50 and start gaining champion points, you'll only go through that once, right? Once you get them past 150, the only time that'll be the last time you ever go through or you'll ever need these crafting materials. It's kind of a flaw with the current setup because the CP level is universal to your account, or it's account wide. Your CP level is account wide. So once you get one character up to CP 160, all your level 50s will start at whatever level, right? You'll never have to go back through. So this guy's champion has 742 champion points, just like all my level 50s. In fact, all my characters have CP 742, or have 742 champion points, right? But as a result, these crafting materials here are kind of irrelevant, right? They're not relevant for leveling because you're never going to use them after you level your first character past 160. So all these are irrelevant. So I've been kind of holding off on gain the crafters for these levels leveled up.
Did you see
So
the
again, I
dark
have
elf noble by the
crafters that
forge?
are level
He
1 through
smiled at
5,
me.
right? They're finished, essentially. And now I'm kind of turning my attention to the ones that are here. 2 or 3 of the crafters that are going to be doing these levels are not level 50 yet, so I'm not worried about running them through yet. I'll wait until I finish them up leveling in Cyrodiil in the below 50 campaign, and then worry about getting their levels up for crafting. But this guy is clearly level 50, so, and I still have plenty of CPs to get. The cap is 810, so I still have a ways to go. Alright, so now we've gone through that, explained everything. Let's get back to it. One of the great things about the zone story quests is that they will occasionally award skill points, which, of course, if you're a crafter, especially if you're going to be a high-level crafter, then you're going to need those skill points. So that's what I'm working on now with this character. Where the hell am I? East March. Alright, let's go find these things. Has been a while since I've gone through these zone quests, but fortunately ESO does hold your hand a little bit, so I can get through these pretty quickly without too much thinking involved. Not too much searching
Mother, that
involved.
I'm bored. There hasn't been anyone to flirt with except Arama since we reached
Alright, blah blah blah.
Cause any trouble?
Got my Guar mount. Guar!
There's an urgent task for you.
Ooh, shiny. And it looks like it's outside the wall there.
The guild has need of you, comrade.
Alright, so this guy's picking up pewter, right, which is the level 1. Again, we look at the jewelry crafting, this guy's level 1 engraver, so he'll pick up pewter, but since he's also level 50 and above, he will also pick up, or his high CP character, he'll also pick up the level 5 stuff, so. Or the level 5 jewelry crafting materials, as well as level 10 blacksmithing, woodworking, etc. Right. You know what? Let's go ahead and, because opening these does grant experience. Let's go ahead and hit that. Boom. So 5.9k experience points for opening a chest. Pretty good, right? get up this way. Why not? Looks like I'm blocked. Physics. Let's see if we can get around here. Again, this is the level 10 crafting material for blacksmithing, rubedite. And since he's level 2, I'll also pick up these steel ingots. High iron ore. Which is made this make the steel ingots, I guess. Forget how exactly it works in this game. Platinum seam, there's the level 5 jewelry crafting material. Again, you got CP over CP 160, so I'll pick those up. More high iron ore, which is the level 2 crafting material, blacksmithing. Some oak, that's the level 2 woodworking. Level 3 or level 2 clothing, raw flax. Level 10. And yeah, again, when I'm done with this character, we'll be picking up level 9, level 10, clothing, crafting, or clothing, blacksmithing, and woodworking. And enchanting. Alright, so apparently what I'm looking for was not outside the wall. But I got to pick up some crafting materials. Kind of showcase what I mean about the different levels of crafting and the crafting materials you pick up due to your level. Oh, are you threatening me? Take a look right here. Alright, so the guys up to 4.1 because of major savagery. And he gets a little higher when the weapon enchantments proc as well. So there's that. Pretty good DPS build, although it's hybrid, so it's not quite as good as it could be, but not bad at all. Certainly more than enough to get through zone quests. It's certainly overpowered for that, and it's pretty decent for both PvP and PvE. Alright, now that we got some more shinies.
What do you want?
The guild requests your help. Free me! Do I know you?
Okay. I'm sure that was all important plot information. We're just going to follow the quest markers and keep moving.
You've been gone for a while. Tell me you found something useful.
Well, I found a bunch of crafting materials.
Cheating at the Conanliker and the Stormfist clan. They haven't caused this much trouble since... Oh no. This is worse than I feared. We need to determine what's really going on here. While you were completing your mission, another competitor was injured. One of my best. The champion of Windhelm. This just got personal. I have another task for you if you're willing. I want you to enter the next event, the foot race of the 9 Holds. I name you Windhelm's new champion. That should confuse our enemies. If you're willing, go talk to the race organizer Lenning. He's along the western wall. Hurry! Speak to Lenning the Hawk and enter the race. I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed a bit higher. We Stormcloaks helped build Windhelm centuries ago. We're an old family, and we're proud of our heritage. What do I do? What don't I do? Rules and regulations. Meetings with King Yoren and other Thanes. Now I'm hosting pack delegates. A lot of political nonsense. Mostly, I delegate so that I can guard the city. People feel safer with the Thane around. Yes, they've come for the celebration, but also to meet with King Yoren about packed business. I try not to get too involved. In fact, I'm not sure how Yoren stands all the pomp and ceremony. It would drive me insane. You're good at digging up information. We're better to keep an eye on things than right in the middle of the race. I can't post guards at every tower. And as an outsider that no one has ever heard of, your participation should confuse.
No one's ever heard of me. Apparently you haven't been to Cyrodiil, yo. Right, moving out. West wall. Can you use a compass?
What is it?
If you're not participating in the race of the 9 Holds, please stand back. I see. Thane Mara is playing her political games again. No matter. As the last racer to arrive, you get to light the starting flare. Get ready. The race begins as soon as you ignite the flare. Rules. Haven't you ever ran a race before? You have to run along the outer walls of the city and must pass through each of the 9 towers along the walls. One for each hold in Skyrim. The first racer to pass through the 9th tower wins the event.
I don't know you. Do I know you?
Well, I probably won't be running any scrolls back with this tune, but nonetheless.
Thanks. It's the rare soul who stops to help an opponent. Treachery. An orcish arrow. Poisoned. I drank a potion, but it didn't help. I'm finished. It's too late for me. You need to listen. I saw where the assassin fled. To the south, away from the city. They must be hiding nearby. Avenge me, champion. Avenge!
do you want?
What happened to you? You were doing so well. Why'd you stop running? Another murder? In broad daylight? Thane Mara just left and she wants to speak to you. And she needs to hear about this anyway. Hurry and meet her in front of the palace.
Gotta love a city where they have damn crafting material nodes inside the city. And who doesn't love Windhelm? Played some Skyrim. Probably looks a little familiar to you.
What a race! I saw some of it, and I was informed of the outcome. I have eyes throughout the city, of course. Another blasted attack. You showed compassion, abandoning the race to aid another. Empathy is worth as much as strength, in my opinion. Now about Hadring. We need to find his killers and bring them to justice. Someone must have seen something during the race. The assassins fled after their cowardly attack, but every rat has a hole to hide in. You must find... I don't want you to just find the assassins. I want you to hunt them down like the rabid dogs they are and dispatch them with haste and extreme prejudice. Do we
So I gotta go kill some
understand each
stuff.
other, champion?
It's
I'm
weird.
taking the gauntlets off and granting you the authority to do whatever is necessary to deal with these assassins. I name you as Justice Karl of Windhelm. Dispense your authority as needed, and deal with this as quickly as you can. Well done. I'll mobilize the guard to prevent any more Stormfists from getting into the city. Go south and find the assassins. Bring me back something I can show to King Yorin to let him know we've taken care of this problem.
Alright, moving out.
What do you take that back?
Heading south. Let's go ahead and get this way shrine real quick. Surprised I don't have that one yet. While we're here, so this guy does a lot of damage, right? I'm actually thinking about switching some of this out once get some more skill points to work with. Just kind of going AoEs on this bar as well. Switching this over to the AoE version of this morph and using Pulse instead of this, and I don't know, we'll see. This Radiant Impression's pretty nice ability. It's nice to have a one of those on the bar, execute on the bar, but I have an execute on this bar, and I could go all AoEs and use damn Proxy Dead. So Proxy Dead, Pulse, plus the other morph, which is an AoE of this. Pretty handy hybrid version, or pretty handy AoE. But then I wouldn't have a bar for taking out solo players. Alright. Not solo players, but basically a bar to take out bosses with. That's kind of what I use this for. Single target damage. Whatever. Moving on. About to level here. Shiny.
The guards found more caches of weapons hidden around the city, but nothing else. I hope you had better luck. King Yoren's exiled brother Fieldgore used to run the Stormfist Brigade. That's his symbol added to the Stormfist emblem. And these orders. Fieldgore has returned to Skyrim. King Yoren must be told. Hopefully it's not too late. Fieldgore is King Yoren's twin brother. When Queen Nirnhill fell in battle, the brothers joined forces to defeat the Akaviri, but then they fought over the throne. Yoren won the day and exiled his brother. Now, what does any exile want? Needless to say, to announce his presence in this manner can't bode well for King Yoren. The final event has started in the Hall of Trials. I'll send guards to the camp. You need to go to the hall and help the king. Hurry, to the Hall of Trials. You must protect King Yoren at all costs.
Too easy. Does that mean I gotta go kill some more stuff?
Well, look at this.
Out of my way, Peck. Ooh, the Hall of Trials. Should get me over to the next CP pretty quickly. Ooh, new pattern.
prowess is impressive, champion. Come up here so
My king! The Stormfist cheated. These Nords have been poisoned.
Your brother Filgor sends his greetings, false king. He wants you to know that he has returned from exile to claim what is his by birth and by right. Your rule is over, pretender. Prepare to die.
Poison Filgor. What is the meaning of this? Guards, seize that woman!
For Filgor! For the rightful king of Skyrim! Show no mercy!
Looks like all of them. Oh, no, just one more.
The Stormfist bastards did their worst, yet I'm still alive! Thanks to you.
A dark elf, of course.
Was a message from my brother. One I wasn't meant to survive. I feared this day would come. A mere scratch. Nothing more. The Stormfist clan's assassins are dead, and that's good enough for me. I guess I've become too complacent. While Filgor's hatred has obviously deepened and festered. After dear Nirnhild fell in battle, my brother and I threw back the invaders. Afterward, we disagreed on who should succeed our sister. I believed in diplomacy and wisdom. Filgor believes in rule by force. I couldn't let him take the throne. When I won the throne, I was forced to exile Filgor. He never forgave me for that. So I assume he returned to take the throne. I wonder what he has promised his Stormfist and Orc allies. I need to think about this. Please tell Thane Mera that I'm fine.
Right, moving up. We did gain a level there.
Do you find me attractive?
Shines through.
You're back. Tell me, is King...
That's good to hear.
There's
You
a
don't
skill
know
point.
how relieved I am by this news. You risked your life even though you had no duty to uphold or vow to keep. To me, that makes you the champion of the day. While you were aiding the king, a runner arrived from Fort Morvenskar. The fort is under attack. Fildgor and the Stormfist clan are certainly behind the attack. It can't be mere coincidence. Windhelm must be protected, but we can't abandon the fort. It makes sense strategically, but we weren't prepared for this. We weren't expecting to fight a war while the Pact leaders were in council. I need your help. Captain Hamar sent the runner. Report to him. Find out what's going on at the fort. You upheld my honor and the honor of Windhelm. This Ebonheart Pact is worth more than I hoped. May all your enemies fall before you. I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed a bit.
I already heard all this crap.
Yes.
You've got some nerve.
Let's see. Pretty cool set there. Nice healer set for sword and board if you're doing sword and board.
Out here. We have deadlines to meet.
You know the rules. No one's allowed inside without authorization. And I don't see your paperwork.
I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
Alright, just want to check. I already have proxy debt. Wonder if there is a place to
carries on with that dark elf. It's
switch my morphs here. Doesn't look like it. Let's go do that real quick. Head over to Somerset. Eleanor.
That's not how it goes.
Let's try out this build. Now, in order to make this build work, I will need destruction. I will need impulse. Which I'll need to eventually move up to Pulsar, but impulse is good for now. Right, let's change our morphs here. Don't need that. Okay. And this hasn't been morphed yet, so I can't switch that over. Right. Interesting. Alright, so what we're doing, so instead of Dark Flare, we're going to go with Solar Barrage, which is an AoE. I never really liked the whole empower ability because I don't really use light attacks. I usually weave my attacks with heavy attacks, but I mean, I could learn to use those light attacks. 40% extra damage for light attacks is pretty good, right? Right, so switch that over. I think that's all I needed. That's what we want. Got all those. Could go with the puncturing sweeps to get some extra healing. But I like having this as a stam ability. So we're going to keep that there. Alright. I can add these guys in pretty soon. Again, need skill points. So again, the only change we're making here is changing this from Dark Flare to Solar Barrage, which we have done. So we are good to go. Let's change these abilities out on this other bar here. That one's already good. And this one, actually, it's not good. Oh, let's see. So Proxy Dev will be first, and we'll do that and that. Right, and then instead of Force Pulse, we'll go with Impulse, and we'll take our Execute off the bar, and keep our healing there, just in case. It's my oh shit button. Alright, let's head back over here and knock out this quest. Do like nighttime for collecting. Shinies are especially easy to see during the evening. See how well this goes. Alright, it's using a little too much healing there. It's alright. Shiny. Oops. Go ahead and use my tri-foods here. Well, honestly, probably don't need it for... Probably do just as well with the Cyrodiilic bar. Use that next time. Gotta stop using that heal constantly. Start spamming that. It's not the right answer. But pretty nice, you know, while my stam is regenning. My magicka can regen. Where am I going? Just go get this way shrine real quick, and we'll talk to this guy. Shiny. More shiny. There's the way shrine.
Aren't you the champion of Windhelm?
It's about time Windhelm sent someone. What took you so long? Just you? I hope you're tougher than you look. Sorry, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but we're in trouble out here. The Stormfists came out of nowhere and forced us to retreat from the fort. We escaped, as did Lieutenant Koruni and a few of her soldiers. I don't know what the Stormfists want, but we haven't seen that clan around here for almost a decade. Koruni sent word that she plans to sneak into the central barracks. If you could liberate the soldiers that were captured during the battle, you could assist the lieutenant when she tries to retake the barracks. Good luck freeing our soldiers. I'll stay here and wait for the detachment from Windhelm to arrive. Anything to help with your mission, but wait. Fort Morvenscar's primary purpose is to protect the royal tombs beneath it. Most of our departed rulers are buried here, including our dearly missed Queen Nirnhild. Beyond that, it doesn't really hold any military significance. The Stormfist clan hasn't been seen in these parts in almost 10 years. Back then, they supported the traitor Filgor. As to how they took us by surprise, I'm not sure. They came out of nowhere. Still, it dishonors us that we failed to stop them. I received word that Lieutenant Korone plans to try to infiltrate the central barracks and take out the leader of these invaders. Meanwhile, I need to wait here for Windhelm soldiers to arrive. Then we'll sweep in and join the lieutenant.
Right. Oops.
Help! There's a theft in progress!
Oopsie. Didn't mean to do that.
Thank Kain. I thought the captain forgot about me.
I'm on my way.
Oops. Just stealing everything. I'm a frickin' thief. It's alright. See if there's anything worthwhile up here. Lore book. Raise my mage's guild up a little bit. Great. Shiny. Now, back to my shiny.
and untie me. I want to get out there and crack some heads. All right. I won't crack any heads until the lieutenant says so. I'll meet you at the barracks.
This one. Look there. Shiny.
Captain Hamar and Lieutenant Corwin, thanks. I'm on my...
See if there's any other lore books up here. Nothing of any relevance or importance. Pretty frickin' effective, I'd say. AoEs for days. I kinda like this build so far. Oh, I think... Oops. Should switch this out. Just make him... same. Okay.
Have you come to kill me? Do your worst. Thanks. I'll see you there.
More shinies. Everything dies. This is my everything dies build. Oh yeah? Threatening me?
You rescued my soldiers. For that, you have my thanks. We are ready to take back the barracks. I need you to deal with the invaders' commander, the Nord called Halskar. Find his orders. We need to know what's going on. They should be someplace safe, not far from wherever you find the loot. had a feeling about you. Glad to see that I was right. Now follow us.
Much death. And of course the other thing is, yeah. Frickin' werewolf. Let's see. Yeah. Let's just switch this over real quick. Okay. Does this guy have all his passives for werewolf? Yep, he's good. Alright, moving up.
Wounded. Need help.
I'll be alright. I've had worse.
Okay. I think I went the wrong way. Haha.
I am Nernhild,
Queen of the Nords. I come to you from Sovngarde with an urgent demand. The relics you took from that strongbox were stolen from the royal tombs beneath Fort Morvenskar. Return the relics to their rightful places in the tombs below, of course. What else would you do with them? Accomplish this task, and I shall forever be in your
They're worth a
debt.
lot of money.
Meet me behind this building, at the entrance to the tombs. I shall wait for you there.
Roger.
The barracks are clear. How did you fare against Halskar? Let me look at those orders. I see. Those dogs came up through the crypts. That's how they surprised us. It says something here about their true prize being in the crypts below. These orders make it sound like the Stormfist wants something from inside the royal crypts. And they were actually signed by Fildgor Octhain. That means the Skald King's traitorous brother has returned. Just what I know. Skyrim's royal family and their honored servants are interned below. Well, the dead ones anyway. The fort was built to protect the crypts. They are precious relics to be sure, but nothing to make these brigands risk so much. Well, there you have it. Thievery and desecration. Still, these orders seem to imply there's more to it than that. Perhaps you could go below, return these items, and make sure everything is all right. The entrance is behind this building. Go on, check out the crypts. We'll handle things up here. Woman, what woman? I saw you strike down Halskar, pull something from the lockbox, and then pause for a long moment. I thought you were catching your breath up there. Well, they do say that the royal tombs are haunted. Soldiers tell stories of seeing and hearing strange things during night patrols. Still, if a spirit spoke to you, those relics must be special. Queen Nirnhild. Our beloved queen was struck down in battle against the Akaveri 10 years ago. I'd listen carefully to whatever Queen Nirnhild said to you. You are truly blessed, my friend.
Yes, I'm truly blessed. Blah, blah, blah. XP for days. That's a ding again. Shiny. Raise my enchanting. That was a skill book. Another skill book for blacksmithing. Like that.
I've been waiting for you to arrive. The relics you recovered are very important. When they were removed, it disturbed the Draugr below. Please return the relics to their proper resting places. Who else will I be, mortal? Recent events have called me back from Sovngarde, but I am still my people's beloved queen. Now, don't you have some relics to put back in the tomb? Yes, nothing simple about this matter. You must return the relics to the exact spot they were taken from. Inspect each chamber carefully, for there will be clues as to the proper placement. I can advise you, but I know little of these relics.
Sounds like I have to do some reading. Okay.
Come down here and look around. The cup belongs on one of these altars, but I do not know which one. This chamber contains the remains of the honored cupbearers, who served the rulers, I believe so. The old Nord cup symbolizes and honors the servants who perform the thankless duty of providing for the needs of each generation's royal family. All I can tell you is that the cup holds the key. Examine it carefully and choose wisely. Appears to be the correct altar. Very good. I will see you in the next chamber.
Ooh, another design. Sweet. Nope. Right, nothing to see here.
The book you carry belongs on this pedestal. However, a page was torn out when it was plundered. This chamber contains the remains of advisors who served the throne. Trusted counselors, viziers, and shamans are buried here. The book contains a collection of ancient Nord proverbs. As you can see, a page has been torn out. But that was not the only book damaged when the Stormfists invaded this chamber. You need to find the correct page to restore that ancient book. Read the book and any pages you find. Matching a torn page with the writing in the book should be simple enough for one of your experience and skills.
Don't know which books it is. Huh. Okay. I don't know. Let's read these. Ooh, heavy armor increased. Truth of the North book. Okay. Reading. Probably this one. Not that one. Probably not that one. Oops. I think it's the first one. Maybe it's the second one. Probably that one. Oops. Which one is that? Dry page.
Excellent. Who knew you could read ancient Nord? One chamber remains. Mine. Bring my amulet and meet me there. This is wrong. Something is terribly, terribly wrong.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
The crown of Freydis. They should both be here, but they are gone. No. Layers of magical protection engulf the interred. Any Stormfist that tried to even touch my body would have been obliterated. Only those of royal blood could have... No.
Right.
My brother. Has all honor deserted him? Why would he do such a thing? Fildgor. Go, quickly. Perhaps you can catch him before he gets away. You must retrieve my mortal remains and my crown.
Yeah, too easy. Guess that means I gotta kill more stuff. Not this way. Yes, this way. Right. Moving out into Eastmarch.
Make sure that no one gets past you, Shakul. Cover my escape.
Too late. Fildgor has his prize. He's in cradle by now.
DED. Oh good, I can now got the Morph of Rapid Maneuvers. Plus keep the rapids in the rear.
Ah, you're back. Lieutenant Karuni's plan worked perfectly. And she says she owes her success to you. Good job. While you were in the tomb, Karuni launched a strike against the invaders from the barracks. A detachment of soldiers arrived from Windhelm just in time to help us take back. It is indeed. And thank you for your help, my friend. As long as we hold Fort Morvenskar, you are welcome here.
All right.
I no longer know my own brother's heart, but now I know yours. Even though Fildgor escaped with my crown and my mortal remains, you have performed a great service this day. Keep the amulet. You earned it. And as long as you carry it, we will always be connected.
Creepy. Oh. Another level up there.
Thanks for your help. You did great work today. Thank you. With Fort Morvenskar back under our control, we should send word to the king. Let him know that the royal tombs are secure. Will you deliver a dispatch to Fort Amel? Yes. Reinforcements from Windhelm brought the news. The king has gone to Fort Amel to meet with packed dignitaries. Take word of our victory to the fort. Speak to Thane Oda, Wolf Sister there. We're going to get the fort up and running again. My scouts report that there are still Stormfist troops in the area. My scouts report that the Stormfist are fortifying Cradle Crush to the southwest. We can't let them establish a foothold, or we'll never get rid of them. It's an old Orc fortress, but it hasn't been used by hostile forces in years. If only we had the troops for such an action. We're in no condition for another battle right now, but I think we have time. Something strange is going on over at Cradle Crush, but it doesn't appear that they are about to launch an attack or anything. Unusual sounds. We hear crashes and moans, toppling trees. We see smoke on the horizon. I have no idea what to make of it. And I can't spare anyone else to investigate right now.
Alright, let's see. Right, let's head over here then. Got this pet on somebody else. Let's switch our pets up here. Non-combat pets. Always like this one. Frickin' monkey, yo.
Why do you hate us, Nord? Your own king declared us allies, but still, you turn us away.
Don't put words in my mouth, Dark Elf. I said you could enter Fort Armor, but the inn is full, so you can't stay. Official business of the kingdom takes precedence after all.
This is ridiculous.
Listen, if you're part of this group, I already explained this a dozen times. Feel free to enter Fort Armor, but the inn is full. There's no more room. And the King Yoren and the Ebonheart Pact leaders are meeting here. Between the Nords, the Argonians, and the Dark Elf contingent, they filled up the inn. They even had to set up tents on the far side of town. That's not for me to say. I don't even want to guess. Commander Ian might have an idea, but you'd have to get it out of him. Whatever the king's business is, though, it must be urgent to call the various leaders of the pack together so suddenly.
Now, one thing at a time.
Filgor's troops sweep through the west as they press their assault. Our scouts report that they're fortifying
Greetings, stranger. It looks like you have something for me. Then by all means, let me have it.
That's Nord tactics for you. You can't win battles just by swinging.
Excellent. The fort is back under our control, thanks to you. You've made quite a name for yourself amongst our soldiers, friend. Lieutenant Koruni in particular seems suitably impressed with your efforts.
You dare insult my Lady Almalexia? I would have your head on a pot.
Will you two stop it? You whine more than my egg brother, and he's newly hatched. We need to work together.
You will not tell me what to do, Skatey One. I am the Prince of Skyrim.
Stop it! All of you! This is the kind of behavior that got us into this mess in the first place. We need to work together to figure things out. Together!
Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's go knock out this quest. Shiny.
Where's that lazy skeever? I'm going to kill him. What do you want? Someone steal your gold pouch or something?
No, he stole my sweet roll.
What's it matter to you? Business with the king, do you? They stand in line with the rest of the peasants. Seems like every alley rat decided to show up and whine about something when they heard the king was coming. But he's not here for that. King shows up with his honor guard and all the pact officials, clearly up to something important. And you just expect me to tell you what that is? Did you always get milk when you whined for it as a baby? Be off. I need to find one of my
I think
guards.
you just called me a milk drinker.
You're going to stick your nose into this no matter what I say, aren't you? Fine. Thod decided to have a drink with the prince's entourage last night. Haven't seen him since. Probably passed out somewhere. But I can't be too careful right now. I just want this all to be over. We're not used to dealing with so many different groups all in one place. All right. Find Thod and I might let some information slip. We'll leave it at that.
All right. Moving out.
Comrade, a word.
No.
The tales of Nords and their mead drinking are legendary, but Yegi here? He's absolutely epic. He's been drinking for 2 days straight now. 2 days. You must mean that drunken idiot who tried to keep up with Yegi. He wasn't even in the same league. Whatever he was drinking was pretty foul, though. It smelled more like wet Kaguti than sweet mead. I think it might have been Argonian. He wandered toward the river, carrying a few bottles of that vile Argonian beverage. He's probably still down there.
Down by the river.
He's either passed out or nursing a bad headache right about now.
Some drink to forget. I drink to remember.
Shiny.
I'm busy. Very busy.
Drank a few of them, didn't he?
Oh yes, Naryu. Whatever you say, Naryu. I don't want to. Want to sleep. Perfectly good dream. Oh, Naryu. I love you, Naryu. Oh yes, Naryu. Whatever you say, Naryu.
Time to die, mud crabs. Got some hide scraps. Sky shard, which I already have.
There's an urgent task for you.
Don't care.
Oh, if you're still
still looking for Thod, I wouldn't worry about it. He and the commander headed for the barracks. Thod's getting an earful, I'm sure. I apologize if we wasted your time. I'm sure it was one of the other guards. There are a lot of us, and we're known to relax with a bottle of mead or two when we're off duty. And never to excess. So really, I wouldn't worry about it. Listen, I saw them both just a moment ago, and unlike the commander, I slept last night. Now, it's not that I don't believe you found a drunk Nord by the river. It wouldn't be the first time. It's just that it can't be Thod. I can prove it. Both the commander and Thod headed towards the barracks on the west side of town. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up with them. Then you can go get a drink and relax. Seems like you could use it.
Yes, I could. Right, clearly we're dealing with some type of infiltrator, a spy. Appearing as Thod, the drunk guard.
I told you that we need to be patient. You're always in such a hurry. It's starting to get on my nerves.
You're enjoying that body too much, I think. Why, I have a mind to...
Hello?
Can I help you with something? The Fort Amol guard barracks are off limits, so I hope you don't plan on trying to get inside. The commander is occupied by other matters at the moment. As one of the officials helping coordinate efforts at Fort Amol, perhaps I could be of service? I am a noble and an advisor to the Jarl of Fort Amol. I have been charged with making sure that all of our esteemed guests are well cared for. I assume you are part of King Yoren's guard if you seek to speak with Commander Iarn? Ah, yes, Thod. Of course, he was just here, as a matter of fact. You just missed him. You weren't the one looking for him earlier by chance. Iarn mentioned someone looking into guard business. Not many folks care about Thod. Well, how about I help you instead? Iarn has been on edge of late. Perhaps the king's presence makes him nervous. Or it's all these foreigners. Who knows? But he has been acting strange. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. You seem eager to help, so I'm giving you something to do. If I toss around false accusations or involve the king's guards, it might seem like Fort Amol can't deal with its own problems. Trail the commander. Determine if my fears are justified. Hide behind the rocks nearby and wait for Iarn. You wouldn't want him to know you were following him now, would you?
Right, just gotta follow this guy at a distance.
Took you long enough, Commander.
I thought I was being followed. We have to be smart about all this.
Don't insult my intelligence. I know we only get one chance at this. Besides, word from the inside is that things are going well.
Good, good. I took care of things on my end. I stuffed all of the duplicates in Marla's house. As long as no one goes snooping around in there, we'll be fine.
Care to join me?
All right, let's go snoop around. Collect the shiny. Alright.
You just have to poke your nose into things that don't concern you, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You can join the rest of the bodies in here.
Covenant Nightblade. Ah. So it's a DC plot, of course. Damn Daggerfall Covenant.
I'm afraid you just missed Commander Eon. Again. He was in a hurry. He always seems to run when everyone else around here just saunters. Have you been drinking with Thane Yeki and the soldiers? What? All of this in Marla's house? You have to understand how strange this sounds. You're telling me that the commander I was just speaking to is actually dead? And there are others? Including 2 dead Marlas? After that story, I think I might be the one who needs a drink. Well, thanks for the information. I'll make sure to look into these accusations as soon as I can. But you're not going to give up on this, are you? Listen, let's say I believe you. Let's say there are Stormfist agents impersonating people in Fort Armel. Even if all of this is true, we can't start a panic. The leaders of the Pact are here for kind's sake. No, I didn't say that. I just don't want you running around crying murder, especially with the Pact delegations here. Think of how fragile our alliance already is. You should speak to Lord Velop. Tell him what you told me. He's the Jarl's advisor. He has his hand in everything that happens around here. Tell him what you told me. Leave nothing out. Velop's smart. If what you say is true, and by Kain I hope it isn't, he'll know what to do, without causing a panic. You'll probably find Lord Velop in the inn. Like most Nords, he enjoys his mead. And I understand that nobles can get particularly thirsty when the king is in town. You have to look at this from my point of view. A stranger walks into town and makes outlandish claims about spies and imposters and murders. How do I know that you're not one of these Stormfist traitors? You certainly are insistent. I'll grant you that much. Look, I'll check the house as soon as I can. In the meantime, go talk to Lord Velop. Shaw's bones if there really are spies in Fort Armel. His lordship will know what to do.
Alright, so, moving out.
Some of my Dark Elf friends are still upset that St. Velop's shrine was attacked.
What's with the horns and the helmets?
So, was the hunt successful? Did you find out what nefariousness our good Commander Eon is up to? What? No, I never imagined. I think you better tell me what happened, friend. And start at the beginning. Lower your voice. This can't be. How could Fildgor's soldiers get into the fort without being noticed? Did you tell anyone else about this? I'll need to have a word with Loanor. The implications for the Pact are horrifying. Dark elves and Nords have died. Finger-pointing will escalate into violence as soon as word gets out. Especially with Prince Ernskar's temper. Go to the Nord camp and speak with Thane Harvald. He's honorable and intelligent. I'm sure he'll want to keep this quiet. He also possesses common sense. If anyone knows how we should approach this problem, it's Thane Harvald.
Right, let's go talk to the Thane. Wrong button.
The Nord don't need the help
Prince
of the
Ernskar must emulate the wolves and find his inner peace.
We can win this war on our own.
Your uncle Filgor has allied himself with the Stormfist clan and the Orcs, my prince. We need all the help we can get. You need to apologize to the delegates and get them back to the table before this rift grows any wider.
The pact shatter and fall for all I care. We need no one but ourselves. You grow old and weak, Harvold, like my father. This conversation is over.
The prince in his hot temper. He decided to hold his own meeting while the king and the pact ambassadors meet at the keep. He managed to insult both the Dark Elves and the Argonians with his posturing and boastfulness. Talk freely. Thane Oda is as trustworthy as I. But understand that I have enough trouble as it is, and I don't need any more bad news. I have my hands full trying to figure out how to calm the prince and get the pact delegates back to the meeting. And that's not what I wanted to hear. The prince will have to be told about this, of course. And the Argonian and Dark Elf delegates. They need to be able to protect themselves. I can't keep secrets from my prince, no matter how hot-headed he may be. I'll make him understand the seriousness of the situation. But I doubt the Argonians and Dark Elves will listen. They were very angry when they marched back to their camps. Perhaps, if you say that King Yoren sent you, they might not forgive the prince and return immediately, but they might listen to you. They need to know that we value the pact and their companionship. Do whatever it takes to make them happy. What does he always do? Open his mouth and let words fall out. He said many terrible things and drove them away. And all his father asked him to do was coordinate troop movements and battle plans while the Council of War was in session.
Right, moving out.
Oh, whatever may I assist you with? Perhaps you need your pillow fluffed? Or maybe you need me to cut up your food for you. Wait, I know you. From Deshawn. Don't say a word. No one must know who or what I am. Shh, no one needs to know that. Veron gave me my first solo contract. It's a special one. The target's around here somewhere, but I haven't pinpointed where just yet, so I'm in disguise. Not my first choice of garb, but it works. Geld is an idiot, and the prince is, well, he's a royal idiot. Bringing those two together might hurt more than help with any problems you have here. But since you asked so nicely, I can help. Might even get me closer to my goal. I can be rather convincing when I need to be, especially in this attire. The Jarl keeps some of his best wine locked away in the barracks. Snag a couple of bottles for me. Just be careful in there. The guards don't like visitors. While I hate to hide such good looks, you're going to need a disguise, a guard uniform. I saw one of those idiots splashing around in the river not too long ago. If he's still there, you might be able to borrow his armor. For a friend, anything. One of the guards hates cats. Earlier I saw a cat run into the building. The guard chased it for an hour. Bring a cat with you. Might prove useful. I saw a bunch of them following the Argonians around. Try over there.
Okay.
The guild has need of you, comrade.
Well, since I'm here.
I think I figured out why cats like us so much. It's because we are so beautiful and we smell good. Excuse me, but who are you? And why is King Yoren requesting any help from us? The prince made it very clear that he thinks very little of my eggkin and I. Why we even bothered coming here is beyond me. The prince cares nothing for us. He refused to send any help to my kin in Darkwater Crossing. The trolls wander the town now, and only the Hiss knows what happened to my people. I offer the same thing to you as the prince offered to me. Nothing. King Yoren is a good man, strong and wise. I hear he hates cats. He gave shelter to my people when they fled from the Stormfists and their orc allies. But that doesn't change the current situation. And Prince Ernskar is still a Gwarlicker. It's too late to help Darkwater, but not to reclaim our honor. A deal then. If you remove the head of the large troll we call Death in Winter and bring it to me, I will consider returning to Ernskar's meeting for the king.
Alright. So we've got numerous tasks to accomplish here.
Not another cat. I hate cats. They make me itch.
I'm mad enough to bite iron.
All very sneaky. Okay, we've got the Dunmer wine.
Comrade, a word.
No.
Do you know what that sweat had me fetch while you were gone? Food from the other tent, as if walking 10 feet would kill him. I got the food, though. Added a special berry, too. His stomach will appreciate it. I knew I could count on you. Reliability is an admirable trait. This will taste good. Probably make taking orders from that barking dog over there a bit more tolerable. And it should be enough to get the job done. To get Gelds nice and comfortable. Then I'll convince him that what he just drank was poisoned. Lucky for him, I have the antidote. Of course. He'll do whatever I want to get it. And that should be very entertaining. Of course. How did you think I was going to convince him? Now, do me a favor and stay alert out there. I've seen enough shadows and sheepish grins to know that something isn't right in Fort Armel. But that's why I'm here now, isn't it?
Shiny. Right, so the crafting nodes you collect for alchemy, the actual ingredients are level agnostic. You're going to pick up the same ingredients regardless of what level alchemy you have, but the water you pick up will be different per level. So, there's that. I hate swimming as a dark elf. They're so slow. Wish I was an Argonian.
Just in time. My glass is empty.
Alright, whatever. Let's go knock out this other part of the quest. Which is over here. Southeast. Shiny. There's a bridge around here. More water. Shiny water. Always drink the shiny water. There's the guy to kill. Got him. Water. Arg. Fine. Kill you too. Got him. That's fishing.
The guild requests your help.
What's that smell? It's awful. My people came to Fort Ammel from the west, but the town wasn't big enough to absorb them. They settled at Darkwater Crossing. Then the trolls came. You have done what that arrogant prince would not do. Thank you. Perhaps. That is for them to decide. But at least they have that choice. Like King Yoren, you demonstrate honor. I will return to the prince's meeting and hear what he has to say. You have earned that much.
I heard that you've been hard at work. A powerful troll for the Argonians? Really? It's quite remarkable.
Is it really, though?
And I spoke to Prince Ernskar. He agrees that he might have been a little arrogant. Especially when I told him what you discovered. Maybe now we can all get back to the business at hand, instead of just throwing insults at each other.
Yes, yes indeed.
Working together again, we should be able to sniff out Fildgor's spies easily enough. Now my only concern is for the king. He's surrounded himself with our strongest warriors. But the element of surprise gives Fildgor After what you said the Stormfists have already accomplished, how can we trust anyone on the other side of the keep's gate? I know King Yoren requested privacy for this meeting with the ambassadors, but I can't just assume everything is all right. Actually, Lord Verlop suggested that you two take care of it. I need to keep the prince in line, and we don't want to tip our hand to the Stormfists. Besides, I know you can handle yourself. Get in there and secure the king. The gates have been sealed since we arrived, but Lord Verlop should be able to open them. King Yoren was adamant that no one disturb the meeting. I imagine that whatever they are discussing in there, Fildgor is definitely at the heart of it. King Yoren is guarded by a squad of soldiers he selected personally. I'm sure everything is fine. Still, we can't be too careful. But I don't want to embarrass the king needlessly. You and Lord Verlop can handle this. I have faith in you.
Right.
I don't feel so good.
There's an urgent task for you.
That's strange. Where are the guards? Oh, that's right. They're dead. Just like you're about to be.
Not likely, bro.
You were a real pain in my side. I sent you after Iarn and Marla, but somehow you survived. Then I sent you to sabotage the prince. But instead, you brought the pack together. Well, if you want something done, you just have to do it yourself.
Indeed.
Move or call out and lose your tongue. Simple,
Wait.
right?
Don't kill me. I can help you. Yoren's still alive. You need me.
No one likes a liar, Nord. No one.
Got him.
Let's talk. Told you so. Told you something bad was gonna happen. I didn't want you to walk into this tramp alone, so I followed you. Good thing, too. I've been tracking a Breton illusionist by the name of Dalin for a while now. The villain created quite a stir by assassinating a few nobles in Mournhold recently. I discovered that he took a contract with Fildgor and tracked him to this region. Not exactly, but I'd wager he's inside the keep. I'm not sure what we'll find in there, but you'll need to be quick. Dalin's already a step ahead of us. The man bought Verlop with a promise of gold. Who knows who else he's got on his side. I need to make sure our Alliance friends are playing nice with each other. Then I'll meet up with you. After I get out of this damn dress and into some proper clothing. How do women wear stuff like this all the time?
Right. Moving out. Looks like the guards are dead. That's right, I could get some vengeance for them. Got him. Remember if there's a sky shard here or not. There are some shinies to pick up. Well, anyways. Moving forward.
Are you an idiot? We're surrounded by the enemy.
The big bad storm fists are outside. Maybe we should go upstairs so I can protect you, all proper like.
What?
People really frustrate me sometimes. Maybe we should go upstairs so I can protect you. Who even says that? He could have complimented my eyes. Never mind. He's one of Dalin's thugs. No sign of the king, though. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Windows are wonderful things, my darling. No one ever remembers to lock them. I'm sure you've crawled into or out of more than a few windows over the course of your adventures.
Well, not really,
I found
but...
2 doors in here, but they're both locked tight. I'm sure the king is behind one of those doors. We just need to figure out how to open them. I don't think you'll just find a key lying around. But you never know. I'll check down here. Take a look upstairs and see if you can find anything.
Roger. Check the bookshelves. Always keys on bookshelves, right? No, not really. There are books on bookshelves. We like those. Looks like the place has been ransacked. Safe room. Right, heading to the upstairs. Check these bookshelves. Interesting. Okay. Clothing increased. That's good. All right.
Search around for any clues that might help us on. Get in there and make sure King Yorin and the others are safe.
So you have finally come to the aid of the king. Thank you for all your hard work here in Fort Amon. I can't say that Verloc was as useful as I hoped, but he served his purpose, right? I mean, just look at me. Stunning, am I not? A Breton leading the Nords. Who would have thought of it? For all intent and purposes, I am the real king now. Any who would challenge that are being dealt with. But I wanted to congratulate you. So many lives lost because of you. I'm envious. That poor guard Floanor, greedy Lord Verloc, the mind reels. Verloc did say that he would take care of her, didn't he? My poor Verloc was many things, but a liar wasn't one of them. Then there's that pretty little dark elf outside. The feisty one. She'll be a fun one to kill. And of course, he's enjoying a gift from Filgor, the king that saved his people from the Akaviri, killed by his own brother. Yet, no one will ever know. No, they will find the body of poor Dalen the Briton, defeated by their heroic king. Oh, that would be me. Well, yes, that's the entire point of why we're here. Now I must apologize. I have matters to attend to. You'll find that my guards now control the manor. You can try to stop us, but I doubt you'll have very much luck.
Right.
Dalen said you were coming after us. Let's see how you handle two of the best warriors of the Stormfist Brigade.
Well done. Too little, too late. The false king is dead. Once you join him, Filgor will rule this land.
Got him. Oops. Let's get our XP bonus back up. I read these. Yeah.
I can't believe the Stormfists had the audacity to disrupt this proceeding and attack the Nord King. Their actions are so undignified.
Yes, they are.
King Yoren's breathing is shallow. The poison Dalen used, it's tainted. Daedric, I'm not sure what it's doing to this poor man, but I don't think he will survive. The illusionist fooled us all. His magic allowed the Stormfist to look like people we trusted. Something in the wine we shared, we think. One of them took the form of the king's servant. He poisoned the king's dinner. Fighting broke out as soon as King Yoren fell ill. We dragged him away from the meeting and locked ourselves in here. When the Stormfist broke in, I thought we were finished. If that woman hadn't shown up, we'd probably be dead right now. She never identified herself. When the Stormfist broke in, she just appeared out of nowhere and put 2 daggers in their backs. Then she told us help was coming, and she ran off. She wore a helmet, but I'm pretty sure she was a dark elf. We should be fine, and we're not helpless. We can protect the king. But please hurry just the same. I don't know how long he can resist the poison.
Crafting motif.
I figured you'd be up here. Another contract completed by, well, you again. I wonder if the tongue is testing me or something. Still, a success is a success, right? I hope I didn't scare the ambassadors too badly. When you entered the safe room, I heard the ambassadors trying to be quiet upstairs. Next thing I know, Stormfist thugs are waving their axes around and attacking the manor. I was about to leave the same way I entered, couldn't let you have all the fun.
Yeah.
Seriously, you have to understand. My organization used to be respected. Now we're hunted for what we were, what we represented. That has to change. I was talking about you, but I also figured more backup wouldn't hurt. Ernskar and his guards are downstairs. They rushed over as soon as the fighting started. But King Yoren, he didn't look so good. He's not going to make it, is he? Hildegor plays dirty. I wish I could help more, but I've already overstepped the limits of my contract. I need to get back to Mournhold. A new matter involving a rival group has become an issue. These people still need your help, hero. The moment the plague disappeared...
Where is my father? What did our so-called allies do to him? I'll kill every single Argonian and Dark Elf myself if my father's been harmed. Filgor might have driven the blade, but the Dark Elves and Argonians did nothing to protect my father. Now where is he? Tell me! Guards, go to the king at once. As for you, what's your involvement in all this? Why are you here? Then we are allies, for now. I must go to my father. I don't care how we do it, but his life must be saved. My father can't die. Filgor will not win this war. Not this way. I forbid it.
There must be something we can do for the king. The Stormfists have been dealt with, and the duplicates rounded up. But whatever poison attacks the king grows worse with each passing hour. We can't help him without more information. Now our enemies stoop so low as to ally themselves with Daedra. The poison will kill the king before we can get him to the healers in Windhelm. And no one here can cure a poison like this. We need to ask the Turnian monks for help. An old cult worshipped totem gods. Call them monks or witches as you will, but they wield strong healing magic. Their rituals are complex, and those who seek their help must bring their own ritual component. The poison weakens the king. We need a substance to bolster his life force. The Turnian monks also require a focus. An object or even a person. Something or someone that possesses a rare power can serve this function. The blood of a vampire gives strength and vitality, even to those on death's door. Whatever runs through their veins serves to enhance their life force. The tiniest amount should suffice to get the king through the... His body is shutting down. This blood will work as a countering agent to the poison. It won't be enough to turn him, I don't think. Besides, we don't have many options available to us, do we? The hot springs to the north. Rumors suggest the place is haunted by the undead. Witchestada, they call it. Let's hope the rumors are true. Of course, you'll also need to get one of them to give you its blood. The Argonians joked about one of their own during the feast. They called him the Dreamwalker. He watches over the dreams of the people of Darkwater Crossing. Yes, the same place where the trolls now run rampant. The spirits assure me that this Dreamwalker still lives. He is essential to saving King Yoren. Where he hides, that I don't know. Search Darkwater Crossing for some clue as to where the Argonians have gone. I am connected to the spirits of this world. Specifically, I have a bond with the spirit of the wolf. This bond has existed my entire life, even when I was a small child. When the spirits called to me, I left my home to seek them out. I found the Turnian monks. A cult, some would call them, but they heard the spirits just as I did. They took me in, trained me to listen to the call of the wild, to hone my skills, to be one with nature. I was young, and I missed my family. My responsibility to my bloodline finally called me back to Windhelm. I left the people I grew to love in the middle of the night, and never looked back. Now we must go to them to save our king.
Right. Let's see. Gained 5 champion points. so far today. It's pretty good. Right, knocked out a number of the quests here. And we are on the Lifeline quest. And we gotta go there. Right.
I don't understand Nord burial traditions, but why in the world would he do such a thing?
Actually, alright, so getting close to wrapping it up for the day. Prime time tonight likely be canceled, or if not canceled, be moved up to a later time, later tonight. But we'll get back to it at some point. Some other things I need to handle today.
A moment, please.
Really have time to do the prime time tonight, unfortunately. But we're going to knock out some inventory management while we're here. Some crafting. And by crafting, really what I mean is deconstruction. Okay, so decon some woodworking stuff here. And that'll help us raise our woodworking level. And we'll keep those. Keep that. I think we're keeping that as well. Probably keep that as well. Right. Those. Don't need that. Probably sell that, but alright, so we raise our woodworking level there. Knocking these out. And we should knock out traits real quick. That's kind of what I forgot to do. Research. No. That looks good. Okay, so we're not going to decon any of our monster sets, but we'll decon these. Looks good. I think we're keeping that. Let's see about the Shadowhide helmet. No. No. There we go. And decon the rest of it. I think we're keeping that. Keeping those. Decon that. Keeping that. That. Those are good for something. Not great, but good for something. Alright, raise our level in that. Set the enchanting. Extract. What was that? Right. And jewelry crafting. Keep those. Probably keep that. Fjords. Legacy set. Pretty cool set. Bye-bye. Right. Number of things. Some fair amount of jewelry to deconstruct, and it's slow, right? Mainly because these are just the cheapies. This one should give me a bigger, yeah, a little more with that one. Okay, good enough. And that should about cover. We could work on some of this. We have plenty to make stuff with. Worry about that later. Alright, so that should be good. Again, that'll wrap it up. This has been our daily grind. And what did we accomplish? Well, we gained about 5 CP, 5 champion points. Got a little closer to the max, which is 810. Started at 740. So we were 70 points away. Now we're 65. Worked on crafting a little bit and knocked out zone story quests in East March. Got about halfway through that. So next time we'll continue doing that. Knocking those out. Right. Again, Prime Time is either canceled or postponed for tonight. Not sure which. Probably just cancel it, and if I do get on later, it'll be to do some more of our daily grind. We're playing World of Warcraft Classic. Let's see, tomorrow is... What do we do tomorrow? I forget what game I'm playing tomorrow. Oh, yeah, it's Elder Scrolls Thursday. And on Thursdays, we normally play one of the single-player games. Lately, we've been playing Daggerfall. Probably continue with that. Elder Scrolls 2, Daggerfall. So that'll be prime time tomorrow, starting at 1700 Eastern. And of course, we'll continue working on this game as well as World of Warcraft Classic during our daily grind. And maybe Destiny 2 if we can fit it in. So until then, thank you, Twitch viewers. Appreciate y'all. Dragon Slayer out.